John Thacker, and last week was Cinemacon, an event for theater owners to inform them of what movies are coming to theaters. But although in the last few years, Cinemacon has started to become more of just a film con, where we get a bunch of announcements for movies heading to theaters. These year's studios in question were Sony, Lionsgate, Warner Brothers, Universal, MGM, and Disney. Now I'm not going to go through every single thing that was announced and updated on. We would quite literally be here all day. But I am going to talk about the stuff that I found interesting. So if you want to know every single thing that was announced and discussed at Cinemacon, then check out C3 Films. Way better YouTuber. But starting things off, 3 John Wick movies were announced. Now I actually haven't seen the John Wick movies yet, but I plan on watching them. John Wick 5 was officially announced. We had heard reports that a 5th John Wick was in development, but this officially confirms it. A spin-off following the villain of the 4th John Wick, Kane, who is a blind assassin, and an animated John Wick prequel. I'm hoping that that film in particular can expand the world of adult animated films. They aren't rated R just for dirty humor like we've seen before, but because of violence or thematic elements. But I guess with a few John Wick things being cooked up, now is a good time to get into this franchise. A legacy sequel to the Naked Gun franchise, a classic crime spoof comedy franchise with Leslie Nielsen. I really like the Naked Gun movies. I think they're really funny. And with this sequel, we have Liam Neeson now as our main character, and we did get a teaser. And so far, it looks fine. Not bad, but not anything super promising. A funny joke with the kids of the characters in the original movies that led up to the kid of O.J. Simpson's character from the original movies, which was actually pretty funny. So there's not anything that has me super duper excited, but I am interested. Next, we have the release date for Beyond the Spider-Verse. I've still yet to watch the first 2, but I will get around to doing that. But I know a lot of people are excited for it, and we've got a release date of June 4th, 2027. There you go. Next, we have Warner Bros. Announcing getting some updates on some animated movies. A new animated Flintstones movie. Now I know the Flintstones are very iconic, but how many kids are really going to go see a Flintstones movie? I would love to be proven wrong, but I'm just saying. A new Tom and Jerry movie. It wasn't even that long ago we got a Tom and Jerry movie, and that wasn't the best, but maybe second time's the charm. Some upcoming Dr. Seuss movies. Oh, The Places You'll Go and Cat in the Hat. With the Cat in the Hat with Bill Hader as Cat. This is the second attempt at a Cat in the Hat movie. This one animated and probably for the best. And All the Places You'll Go. I'm actually not too familiar with this book, but I am interested to see a new Dr. Seuss adaptation that we haven't already gotten. Like Cat in the Hat, The Grinch, The Lorax. A new Looney Tunes movie. At the moment we don't know what it's about, but with how Warner's been treating the Looney Tunes lately, I wouldn't be surprised if this doesn't happen, but I'll keep hoping. And Jason Blum got on stage dressed as Toy Freddy, talking about FNAF 2, but I already made a video about that, but I did think that was funny. And the announcement of a Beatles Biopic, or should I say Beatles Biopics. As in 2028, we're getting 4 Beatles Biopics. Each one from a different POV of each Beatle, all in the month of April. Now I think this is really either smart or really dumb. Now I'm personally not a huge fan of the Beatles. I am aware of them. I like them, but the Beatles were and still are huge. There's a reason why the Beatles have the most sold records out of any musical artists, period. A Beatles biopic makes some big bucks, but 4 of them? All of it in the same month? So probably release weekly? I know people like the Beatles, but do we need 4 Beatles biopics? But then I say that and I do remember, these are the Beatles. That hype train might be insane, and maybe $1 billion per movie? $4 billion off of 4 movies? I think the Beatles could do it. But also, maybe not. The Elvis biopic that came out a few years back made $288.7 million on a budget of $85 million. Now that's really good, but you also remember, Elvis is the 3rd musical artist with the most sold records. Now a lot of that was probably because of the pandemic, as it was released when it was just starting to fade. We're getting the upcoming Michael Jackson biopic, at least hopefully we're getting. Watch the latest short and comp on that. I really think that will give us a good idea of how this Beatles biopic will do. Because for all intents and purposes, the Beatles are the most popular band of all time, and Michael Jackson is the most popular singer of all time. Even looking at their record sales, they're pretty neck and neck. But how do you think 4 Beatle biopics are gonna do? Next we have a new MGM movie called Mercy, where Chris Pratt plays a detective in a futuristic world where crime has become very common. Chris Pratt is accused of a crime, and now he must prove that he's innocent. Now the reason why this intrigues me is because it sounds like more of a serious movie, so I'm wondering if this will be a serious Chris Pratt role, which we have seen before, but it's not super common, and I would love to see another one. And finally we have some details and a title for Tom Holland's Spider-Man 4. The title for Tom Holland's Spider-Man 4 is Spider-Man Brand New Day. Now this is the same title as the Spider-Man comic, which is a sequel to a comic titled One More Day, where Peter makes a deal with the devil to save his aunt after she's fatally shot. But by making this deal, while yes it will save his aunt, it will also erase his marriage to Mary Jane. Now we pretty much got that comic in No Way Home, where Peter and MJ are no longer a couple, and the Brand New Day comic was pretty much a brand new start for the Spider-Man comics, as he was no longer married to MJ and they could tell more different stories. And we've heard this will be a new start for Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Now, while yes, I do like Tom Holland's Spider-Man, I prefer Andrew Garfield, and I prefer Tobey Maguire over Andrew Garfield. Nothing about Tom's Spider-Man has really shown me why I should love this version of Spider-Man, not like with Tobey and Andrew. So I'm hoping this could be the movie to make me love Tom Holland's Spider-Man and make him an amazing Spider-Man. Pun intended. But those were the things that I found interesting from this year's Cinemacon. But let me know in the comments below, what got you really excited from this year's Cinemacon? Also, if you enjoyed this video, thank you for liking and subscribing. Bye guys for now, bye bye Scarlet Thacker.